Good morning. I'm Mary. It's a lot of you know that Good morning, Amanda. As y'all all know, I made a boo-boo this morning and wasn't able to complete showing y'all how to do the kolaches. And so I've let my dough rise, and I'll wait just a few moments and see if anybody else hops on. Hi, Dakota, and Don, Gladys, Amanda, Julie, Julia, I'm sorry, and Norma Paget. We have some, I have a Michelle Paget that goes to my church. She's a real sweet lady. And Jennifer Asker, thank you so much. Y'all are just so sweet to jump back on here. I have to laugh at myself because I make and what is so strange about it, I don't make these many mistakes when I'm not on camera. But anyway, that's over with and done with, so I'm going to finish. So anyway, my dough, this is the bowl I put it in. See, it has risen to about double the size. And whenever I say 45 minutes to an hour on letting your dough rise, it really has a lot of factors that plays into this. Depends on how cold it is in your house. I heat my oven at 200 and put the bowl on the stove, and just that little bit of heat plus the light above the cover, the hood, that also creates heat. So I do that to kind of speed up a little bit. But anyway, this is the finished product, and what you do is, and let me wash my hands one more time. I just been trying my best to figure out what I was going to do. I was going to throw that dough away. I'm going to show you in a minute what I decided to do. Okay, all right. Now what the dough, after it's risen, you lightly punch it down. Just lightly. Just punch it down. Just kind of give it a little bit of punch. Punch it down. And then I'm going to cover it. Let it sit 5 minutes. And then I'm going to tell you what I've done with that other dough. My son came out. Let me put that timer. I could have done that ahead of time, but I really wanted to show y'all the steps, because after you take your dough, complete your dough in your mixer or you're kneading, whatever you're doing, however you do that, and put it in the bowl, I wanted to show you the very next, that was the next step. Let me turn this ringer off. Anyway, I don't see it. I hope I'm on the right phone. Yeah, I guess I am. The very next step was what I just done. After you let it rise, you punch it lightly down and cover it up for 5 more minutes. Now, the dough that I made this morning that I forgot to put the yeast in, my son came out here because he knew I was filming this morning and he knew about what time I'd get through. He came out and he got my bowl off of my mixer, which I knew he would. It's just I don't have any strength anymore. So he got the bowl off for me, and I was telling him what a mess I made, that I was going to throw that dough away. And you know what my son said? My son's named Chuck. He said, Mother, why don't you just make some tortillas out of it? Look what I done. I rolled it out, and I put it just a little bit of oil in the pan, and I made tortillas. I've already eaten one. They're good. The only thing about it, they're a little sweet because it's got the sugar in it. But he said, Mama, that's unleavened bread. He said, you can make something out of that. So I made tortillas. He's going to make the rest of them. He said he was going to make some and make him a dish this afternoon. But you just put a little oil in your pan, roll it out real thin, and make you some tortillas. If you was using this dough for tortillas, don't put the nutmeg in it and don't put the sugar in it. And the rest of it, I have never made a tortilla, a flour tortilla in my life. That's probably not even the way you do it, but I can tell you that it's a good tasting tortilla. All right, so we're just waiting on that, and I've got my meat out. This is the sausage. I got these, I think I threw the package away. This is the Baxter with cheese. You can buy it with jalapeno cheese. This is just shredded ham. If you got ham or turkey left over from the holidays, when I roll this out, you can see you can put mayonnaise or mustard down on the bottom of it before you put your meat, or you can put, if you have a turkey, you can even put cranberry sauce, homemade cranberry sauce. That I was going to do that this morning, and I forgot I put the turkey in the freezer to freeze. But you can put some turkey in there over your cranberry sauce and wrap it up and make one. I mean, it's just all kind of things that you can do with this dough, because it's just a basic dough recipe. And let's see, and this is ham here. This is ham. This pieces of ham that I cut off of the bone that we had left from Thanksgiving. And I just bought this shred. I just got some shaved honey ham. And you can just do all kind of things. And then I'm going to use my, I'm going to make a few sweet ones. And I'm going to put, this is my peach. See that peach? It's peach pie filling. That's what it is. Peach pie filling I made. And I'll make some of that, because it is really good with this dough. So then this dough recipe makes 12 of these kolaches. You can, and it really depends on what size that you want. It can make more, but I'm going to start out with 12 and then I'm going to divide some of the pieces that I cut up. But you put parchment paper down on 2 cookie sheets. It takes 2 cookie sheets, because you do not want to put these real close together, so it will get, heat can get to all sides of it. It's not going to rise a whole lot more. You do have to leave them. You do have to leave them for 30 minutes after you make them up. I'm not going to make y'all wait 30 minutes. I will just show you the finished product. All the steps will be done today except getting them out of the oven. So, because I can show you what I made last night. So, give that just a few minutes. I thought about warming this up, but I'm not, because I don't want it to be warm on my dough. So, it looks like it's ready to, it's been 5 minutes. Well, it likes 10 seconds, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out. It makes, I put a little bit of flour on my mat, my pastry mat. There goes my timer. And this is the dough. I'm going to put a little bit more flour, just a tad. You don't need a lot. Matter of fact, I probably put a little bit too much, but I'm going to just kind of do this. I'm just, no certain way, no certain measurements or anything. I hope that I've got the camera far enough back that y'all can see. Now I'm going to take my bench scraper and I'm going to cut it. Cut it in half. Then I'm going to cut it in half again. I didn't get that exactly even. Y'all can probably, but it doesn't matter, but I'm just telling you that's what you're supposed to do. Hey, all right, that makes 4, and then I'm going to take each one of them and do 3. I'm making 12 out of this. You can cut these in any way you want to get 12 equal slice pieces. I'm just going to cut them. Some of them are a little bit smaller than others, but like I said, I'm going to do some of them smaller anyway. So I just kind of cut them aside. And that's my pieces. All right. I'm just going to set them on aside. I'm going to, that dough was a little bit, there's a little bit of oil on the dough that I got on my mat. I'm going to scrape it up and throw it away. Okay, all right, and now I'm going to take each piece, and I'm not using my big pie roller, I'm using the little hand one, and I'm just going to kind of circle it around make a circle. I'm going to make sure I don't have any of them wet little crumbs. And then I'm just going to roll this out into a oval shape, about 7 inches long and about 2.5 to 3 inches wide. And I just, this dough will still rise once it gets in the oven. So you want to roll it out thin enough that it won't be so thick whenever you cook it. And last night, I made some beautiful pieces last night that just turned out. Sometimes dough just don't do the same every time. Maybe it would if I done it every day or whatever, but I'm really not one that works with yeast that often. So anyway, I just keep rolling it till I get the size that I want. And this dough is real easy to work with. So if you got a little piece that's not even like you want, just make it be what you want it to be. Okay? All right, now, as y'all seen, I'm going to do some different kinds. I'm taking one of these Brett sausage. Oh, I forgot. I need to get my cheese out. There's my cheese. With these sausage that already has cheese in it, you wouldn't have to put cheese in this. I'm going to put some in it. But it really, you don't have to because it already has cheese in it. But I'm going to put a little bit of cheese. Just to put a little extra. And this is Monterey Jack cheese. I shredded that last night, so I wouldn't have to do that today. And then just put your sausage in the middle. Now, these are big kolaches. So, and then you take it. I hope y'all can see. Let me move that. You take the piece that is the widest, the 7-inch part. You take it and you pinch these together. And let me tell you, the recipe says pinch them, but I'm telling you, it's better to overlap it and mash it together. And if you don't get it stuck together good, that cheese will come out. So I overlap it. You pinch it together, but overlap it. Then you take the ends of it and you pull it up. Hope y'all can see me. You pinch them together and wrap it. And sometimes this flap on the end, you can pull it all the way further up, like halfway. Sometimes, if like this sausage is longer, so it's not going to be. You can't do it you can't overlap it that much. But just pinch these sides together, and then pull those ends together. Okay. Make sure they stick together. And I'll put my pan. And this is the way they go on the pan. I'm going to try to put that here. I don't know. But you want those ends to stick together. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take one of the smaller pieces and I'm going to half that sausage because these are really, really big. They'll rise up and it's, to me, I don't like a lot of bread, so I'm just gonna do these in different ways so y'all can follow along and do them however y'all want to. Just get it stretched out. So it depends on how long you make these or how much flap you're going to have to tuck under. So, I'll make it oval. All right, now I'm going to take one of these sausage. I'm going to half it. I'm just going to half it in two. Put me some cheese down. On the sausage, I just put cheese on the bottom. On the ham, I put cheese on top and bottom. But anyway, go ahead and pinch these together. Flatten them out. And see, I have a longer flap here on the end now, on this one, because the sausage one is long. So I'm gonna make sure I get that closed real good. Pinch that together. Okay, and see, it makes a smaller one. I'm gonna pinch that down good. All right, now I'm going to do one with ham and cheese. I'm just doing different. There's another step you do after you roll them out. But I'm gonna do a ham and cheese one. I'm just gonna do one pan for y'all on film since I've already been on one time this morning. But Chuck, bless his heart, he seen that I was a little upset about my dough. And he said, Mother, you hadn't run that dough. Just make you some flour tortillas. So I hated to throw it out. You know, groceries is so high. So and this dough stretches, so just keep stretching it. You get it what way you want it. And y'all may work better with a rolling pin. Because I'm working with individual like this. All right, now I'm gonna put some cheese down first. And then I'm gonna take some ham. I'm gonna put quite a bit of ham in there. I hope I got it rolled out. I'm not sure I'm gonna get all that much in there. I'm making a big one. Put some ham and cheese on top and bottom. And then take your dough on this side, stretch it, pull it over, and take this dough and stretch it and pull it over. And it said pinch those together, and I did that last night, and I'm doing it now. But to me, it doesn't stick as good, except for just pinching, laying them over together and pinching it together. All right, just pull the ends together, stick them together, pull them up. And if you don't close these ends, that cheese will come out. I had one or two where the cheese did come out. Didn't all of it come out, but some of it did. So, all righty. And there's the cheese one. Now I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more, and then I will get off camera. This one I'm going to do sweets. I just love that peach filling, that peach pie filling in this dough. And I cut one of those in half. I should have left it whole, but that's okay. It depends on how big you want the your pie. Okay, I'm gonna take what is this, a third a cup, measuring cup, and I'm going to take it and I'm gonna mash it right in the center. That didn't go all the way down good. Mash it flat. Lose some of that. All right, I've done the indentation with that cup. You don't have to use a cup. You can do it with your hand if you want to. But I didn't have that. And you just mash the center of it down good. Mash the center down real good. Mash it. You mash this down on to the bottom. You think it's going to be too thin? It's not. You got to make a whale. W-E-L-L. You got to, not whale. Anyway, I'm gonna put it on here because you can pick it up with your thing, but your bench scraper. But I just go ahead and put it on the pan. Oh, y'all can't see the pan, can you? I put it on the pan. And I'm going to put some of this peach. I'm going to put a little piece of peach. Matter of fact, I'm going to put 2 pieces of peach in that middle. See, I made the well and put it right there in the middle. You have to have that dough coming up, because it will also run out. So you just got to make sure you got a well in there. I'll make one more and then I'll show you what the next step is. I'm gonna make one more because I really like that peach. So, and this I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, and then I'll show y'all. So I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger so I can have more room to push it down. And that's one of the ones I made last night, was big like this, because it does rise some more. But I just want to make a deep well and make sure that it has enough of a border to hold that peach in. And like I said, you can make blackberry, strawberry, blueberries, all kinds of things. Okay, I'm gonna put some more peach in there. Okay, now I'm gonna put this on my tray. I'm gonna move the camera over here next so y'all can see. I'm fixing to turn the oven on to 375. I had it on 200 for it to rise, but you bake these at 375. Now, this here, I'm gonna have to do another pan, so, but I'll show you the next step. You're supposed to, now, you cover these and let them rise for 30 minutes, but I'm not doing that now. I'm going to do the next step so y'all can see. What do I do with, oh, here it is. I'm going to get my pastry brush out. Here's my, it's a beaten egg. I've already beat it up. And I'm using a pastry brush. Now let me tell y'all, you do this after it rises for 30 more minutes. It's not going to rise up a lot. It's just going to be puffy. Just a little puffier after it sits here under a cloth for 30 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and do the next step so y'all can know exactly everything you do. You beat an egg and then you coat the outside of it. Coat this outside and make sure that you coat the whole thing, because if you don't, you can tell it when it comes out of the oven that it does not have a glaze on it, and it might even have a little flour on it. So just coat them real good in the egg wash all around. All the sides except the bottom. Oh, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry. So anyway, and I get a little bit on this paper, this parchment paper. I just take a paper towel and wipe it up before I put it in the oven. And I do the outside edges of this, just the edges. It makes it have a gloss. Uh-oh, that means I left my refrigerator door open or cracked. Let me shut it. Okay. Just put this around it. Okay. Now, you can add bagel. If y'all want to do one of these, put salami. You can put salami inside here, and before you put your salami in, you might make like a spaghetti sauce and put that in it, and then put your salami in it and your cheese instead of the ham or the sausage. You can do it that way, and you can sprinkle the top with anything you really want to. But I'm doing the bagel. I'm using that everything bagel from Peppered Chef. I'm putting that on top. And you have to do it after you put the egg wash on. Now I'm taking the cinnamon, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that around on the, you know what, I'm going to get this. That was just plain cinnamon. This is cinnamon and sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle, and I think it'll go better, come out better than just from the cinnamon bottle. Just sprinkle that around that. All right, this is my kolaches. Now I'm going to let them sit here, and like I said, don't do that step that I just done until you let these sit here for 30 minutes. I can't put the towel over it now because I've already got the toppings. I'm doing this for y'all. And then I will do another pan off of air, and then I'll just show a picture of what I've done here, this last step, whenever it's over. But I won't come back live, but I will post a picture of what I've done this step here. But these here, I added a step, I jumped a step, and so it probably still be okay, but I'm just telling y'all, I don't want to keep y'all on air anymore because I've already been on here twice. So thank y'all so much for joining me again and seeing the steps after your dough has risen. And if you make a mistake with your dough and you forget the yeast, make something out of it. You know, there's always something you can come up with to keep from wasting your food. So I wish y'all a happy day. What is today? Wednesday. And join us tomorrow. Linda and I will be together just doing out and about and enjoying the day. We both need some just get away from everything and just try to have a good day. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a blessed evening, and we love you bunches. Bye-bye. Don't forget to count your blessings. Bye-bye.